answered that one. Do the mama cows get protective, aggressive about her calves? How do you handle that?
We had a little situation today.
It wasn't that bad.
No,
I mean she wasn't super.
Do you wanna describe it since you're the one protecting the two of us?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah, I was like, Connor, get the cow. He's like, okay. Chasing it around. She was trying to get to Ben and I.
Yeah. So it was like the newest calf today, and Ben goes up and grabs it, and Isaac has the tag.
The tagger.
Yeah. And so, and she just starts freaking out immediately, and I'm like back behind it.
That's what she's doing.
And Isaac's like, get the cow. I'm like, all right. So I just take off. She's like running circles around like us as he's trying to tag her, and so I'm just trying to like get in front of her and just shoo her off, but she wasn't like super aggressive, and like once I stepped at her and stuff, she would just take off in the circle again, and she'd start. I mean, she was just trying to get to her calf.
The big thing is if you can get their mind off their calf, like you were doing, you were like stepping at her, getting her out, getting that prey instinct in her. She wasn't like aggressive. She was like, oh, I need to get out of the way, like that's the big thing, and just making it quick, like in scenarios like that. But Greg's called for docility in his herd, and so that's like the very few that there's like maybe 2 or 3 that act like that.
And if you are in a situation where your cattle are not as docile as Greg's, which is most people, you sometimes just have to rely on the 4-wheeler, where
throw it on the
4-wheeler, speed away from the mother, and she's like trying to figure out where it is. And then tag it while you're away from the mother, and then make sure you bring it back and give it to the mother so she gets.
A lot of times too, as soon as you put it on the 4-wheeler, as long as the calf's not bawling, she doesn't like. It's like an
invisibility cloak.
Yeah, it's like gone, and then she's like, "What? Where'd it go?" And she takes off out down the pasture looking for it, bawling for it.
But the only thing in that scenario Isaac and I were worried about is just if she smells the calf and sees that she puts 2 and 2 together that we have the calf in between the two of us.
Especially if the calf was bawling.
She could just, I mean, even if she just puts her head down and tries to shove us out of the way, she's a big animal, and that could do some damage. So you just want to avoid that. It's not like she's coming in to pound us necessarily. You just don't want to take that chance. And we talked about that in our cattle handling episode too, about safety is always the number one priority. So you gotta watch your back. Even if they are docile, you have to assume that it's still.
Just always keep an eye on them.
It's like some switch could just flip in their head in that split second, and they could do something that they typically wouldn't do. So you gotta always keep that in the back of your head for sure.
Yeah, I've seen some videos of cows that I would not want to get in anywhere near their calf, and that's just putting yourself. I mean, let's not.
Yeah.